Next session's just leaving the dungeon. I don't know, I think Mutant thinks he's going to be able to cast spells, but I don't think he's going to be able to. So I was trying to think of like ways to get around it. So like the assumption is that you can't cast spells. Like, write this down. Can't use somatic or material components. Really? Probably getting attacked multiple times. What have I done to Neil that he hates me so much? Oh, you saw one of the magic items. Yeah, I don't know, mate. It has protection from evil already on him. Does that mean the zombies can't actually approach the party? I don't think so. Because they're kind of like forced to be near him. I don't know what that means. It's not like they're approaching him, they're like brushed against him, right? Creates a magical barrier on the recipient at a distance of 1 foot. All attacks made by evil or evilly enchanted creatures against a protected character receive -2 to hit. Spell prevents bodily contact by creatures of an extraplanar or conjured nature. So yeah, no, I don't think it does mean that. They're not from a different plane, so it won't protect him. Have you considered learning Phantasmal Killer? It's a very strong spell, but it's not game-breaking due to illusion being hit or miss against dragons and having low int. I don't think Phantasmal Killer is that good. Because, like, who do I want to kill with Phantasmal Killer? Ruby said there were undead wizards. They will use magic missile, ignoring the high AC you have. Yeah, probably. Easy escapes to amulet out. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the smart thing to do. To use the amulet to just get out. I recommend a spot for the keep. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, this is what we were talking about last time, no? More or less. But I think we were saying down here near the Rosewater and Petalwater, but essentially Destiny didn't want to do it because it said it was too much effort to build it on the front lines. If you'll recall. I already asked Neil about Fire Shield Stone Skin. He said if you've got Stone Skin on, they wouldn't take any damage. Phantasmal Killer is a good assassination spell. Scoring a hit can be combined with other spells like Hold Person. Yeah, but surely if you've already got someone held, you could just kill them yourself. What are the odds Neil upgrades the mummy to a mummy lord? It's more than one mummy. It's multiple mummies. Project Self was going to be the strongest scouting spell. It's not in this situation, because you have to actually move yourself when you're projecting self, so... If I was to just, like, be in a room, cast Project Self, I couldn't then run the projection out of the room to see what's there, because I'd have to move myself. Would you trade with the person who's been trading with the dragons, or would you just kill her? Yeah, I don't know, trade with her, I think. I think the room is bigger than that now, because the walls fell away, revealing the undead. Oh. Well, if that's the case, then maybe then. Phantasmal Killer is not a spell I'd use for straight killing. I agree, it's a rather niche spell that has its uses, as the target that got killed will remember only the Phantasmal Killer in another room. Yeah. No, it's definitely got uses. I just don't think it's OP. And I don't think, like, we have particular need for it. I've not spoken to them about it. I keep it neat, so I'm not sure what the plan is. I think Mutant thinks he's going to be able to cast Etherealness. Which I don't think he'll be able to, but maybe he will. If he can cast Etherealness, then we can just walk out. Alternatively, we can use the amulet. I did also think I could use... I could get the candle off Destiny. I could amulet out and then teleport back in with the candle, but outside the door. That way I can cast spells. I could just cast, like, Lightning Bolt twice into the room.
Yes, the power is mine.
Yo.
I think the person who's trading with the dragons is actually the Shadow Dragon? Oh, come on. That's conspiracy theory craziness. Why would you think that? Choose blink from your robes. Yeah, I thought about that. I could try and blink out of the room, but it's random. Could take too many rounds to get out. I think you should start spying on Scoria and Mystria to get more info on what's going on with her and her minions. Well, I don't think I can spy. I don't think I can scry on Scoria because she'll have Forbidden's projection actions. Magic Jar is great if you need a more powerful host body. Yeah, that's what I was thinking on Malachi, actually. I wanted to, like, a... I don't know, like, someone that I could enslave and basically use their body as my own for dangerous missions that had a lot more health. Would Rope Trick work? Rope Trick might work in that if we could get up into it, we could cast spells out of it. Now... The thing is, if we're up in the Rope Trick, the zombies just stay there. Eventually, the spell's going to run out. Secondly, I'm not sure we'd be able to climb up the rope with them grabbing at us. Prepare to cast Invis. If you win an initiative over Anton, cast Invis on him so he can be protected in the escape spellcasting. I just don't know if Invis is going to work if we're literally being, like, squashed from all sides. I think anything that's... Even if we're invisible, they're still going to know where we are. But maybe, yeah. That is pretty smart. Oh, yeah, except Undead can see through Invis, so it's not smart at all. I also thought... So the spells on my robe are Rope Trick, Blink, and Enlarge Reduce. So Blink could potentially get us out. Rope Trick could potentially get us out. They've both got problems in that Rope Trick means having to climb the rope. And Blink means waiting for the right roll to get out of the door. The third spell, Enlarge Reduce. Well, I don't think Enlarge is going to be any use. But I was thinking, like, if I reduced myself, do you think I'd be able to get spells off? Like, I might just get stepped on, but... That's true, Sam. I don't think that... I mean, the big threat is interrupting its spellcasting, though. But, like, zombies do go last. I just think Neil will say you, like, take damage from people falling on you and stuff. If the spellcasters were initiative and cast Magic Missile, aren't you screwed? I mean, not really, because I can always just use the amulet on my turn. I can teleport out. Reverse the squashing and enlarge Tyrael and have him Tyrael Cheetah Cloak charge the zombie horde, squishing them against the wall. Don't know if that would work. The White Dragons would be good to go after later since they're probably too stupid for someone to trade with them. Someone probably said it, but won't Anton's turn undead, like, destroy everything there? Oh, that's a good point. Its turn undead should destroy a lot of it, like all the zombies. Or at least cause them to run. Oh yeah, well, turn undead only hits like 2d6. That would buy us some time though. Probably. It's gonna be... It feels cheap to just amulet out on the first round, but really, like, to do anything else is probably stupid because there's not really anything to be gained by killing these things. The Shadow Dragon would be high enough level to cast 6 spells. It would have a whole realm to harvest materials from. Then you could just cast Fabricate, making those things into valuable objects. Also, the description fit what a Shadow Dragon would look like in human form because it hates complete darkness and complete light. Wait. What about its description fits the Shadow Dragon? And I also don't think the Shadow Dragon is high enough level. Like, I don't think Shadow Dragons can cast Fabricate, can they? Unless I'm wrong and they can cast, like, super high level spells. They were good casters. But is it high enough to cast Fabricate? 6th level. What level is Fabricate? Sorry, Fabricate. Didn't... That's a priest spell. But yeah. Oh no, that's elemental. But... No, it is a priest spell. It's a 6th level priest spell. Wait. This person's not a wizard then. I said Fabricate, but I meant Forbidden. Is it possible for there to be an anti-teleport field or something? Yeah, it's possible. No. Well, God, I wish I'd detected magic on the room. You'd probably use Prying Eyes to read a library 100 times faster or something like that. Holy shit, would that work? 10 times. It would have to be 10 times faster because it replays the visions at 10 times normal speed. Should have detected the magic. Unlucky. It wasn't unlucky, mate. Tyrael taught me all of it. In the eyes turn pages? No. What you'd do is you'd have all of the eyes reading the books and you'd turn the pages, and then once the duration was out, you'd replay it back in your head at like 10 times normal speed. Have 10 servants flip the pages. Well, I think one unseen servant could probably flip with 10 eyes. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. We should have that scene of like Imric sat in this room with like books all around him, with the eyes reading all the books, and then this little unseen servant moving between them all. I didn't watch the episode. What's the situation in a nutshell? So it's like this, and then there's an altar up here with the apparition of a ghost above it. Get a ghost sticker. Apparition of our father here. And the 3 of us are kind of like in the middle of the room like this. And then there's a bunch of fake walls. And then behind these walls, fortunately, is a bunch of zombies and mummies all behind the walls. Getting lazy with the dads here, but I've committed to finishing it now, so. The killer is, which I can't reflect on the drawing, it's only 2D, but is that they're also coming from the ceiling as well. There's gonna be guys everywhere. Wouldn't lightning bolt bounce the whole room, maybe fry all the dudes inside? Yes, but the problem is that I don't think we're gonna be able to cast spells because this entire horde of stuff is gonna be like closing in on us. And there'll be stuff falling from the ceiling as well. I'm imagining that we're just going to be like crushed and therefore unable to get material components or do somatic components. The only problem you might have with reading books is understanding all the info, but there should be a spell that improves that. Well, there isn't, I don't think. Realistically, the zombies are just going to pin you down so the mummies can land hits to curse the party. think you have to amulet out or just run. Well, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think they can work that tactically. I mean, they are zombies after all. I think it was the interior fake walls that were 15 and 10. The outer ring is an unknown large. If that's the case, then we should be all right then. I mean, if the room's like significantly bigger than 10 by 15. This sounds like I hate my party scenario. It does seem a bit like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Neil's wondering, going to say that the undead separate them and drag them away from each other so the teleport, amulet, and etherealness won't work. Yes, but it'll come down to initiative, and zombies automatically lose initiative, so we should get the first round. It's going to be a wrestle fest, I guarantee it. Did Neil actually declare that the ceiling fell away and zombies are dropping on top of you? Yeah, I think he did. How was the wall within the door thick enough to contain zombies without that being incredibly noticeable when you walk through? That's true. Maybe there is no zombies down here on this bit. Turning undead is only once per encounter, so you can definitely do that once. I've got stone skin, they haven't. Can they teleport with you if they touch you? I mean, even if they do, that's not a problem. The wall of zombie and mummy bodies is 10 by 15, so I'm just saying there might be many, many more. Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. There's probably loads, yeah. Guess you could just leave the room and funnel them into the corridor. Yeah, I don't think the door's, like, magically locked or anything. I mean, I think the smart thing is to just try and escape. I don't see why we would do anything else. Also, like, when they were making the stickers for Paint 3D, right? Like, the rest of these seem, like, relatively normal, but how did they come up with this weird cat one? Like, a cat astronaut. The karate headband. Like, does that make sense? How did Crawl thought the hammer not detect this literal trap? That's a good question. I guess it only detects, like, tripwires and stuff. It's an ambush more than a trap, I guess. Do you have any plan against the spellcasters? Not really. I don't think we need to... it's probably just not a good idea to get into a drawn-out fight, but if we are in one, then target the casters, but... What are the casters anyway? Just mummies? Or is there, like, skeleton mages, maybe? Mummies don't cast spells, right? I mean, we've all immediately got to make a save or paralyzed. Humans save against mummies at an additional +2, let's remember that. You can only be harmed with magical weapons, which inflict only half damage. Reaction rings can't be paralyzed. I don't know, paralyzed by fright is a different thing to being paralyzed, like, magically. What kind of spells do you expect? Magic Missile? Not Thunderstaff, because that's going to kill all his own guys, but Magic Missile probably, yeah. Oh yeah, I know, Abby Dolly, but like, I don't think the Necromancer is actually here, are they? Unless the Spirit is the Necromancer. Teleporting away might give Scoria the knowledge. Yeah, but not teleporting away might be getting killed, so... I don't think I'm going to be able to read any scrolls. Anyway, like, if I can read scrolls, I can cast a spell, and if I can cast a spell, then I can just Lightning Bolt, or something. Is there anything besides XP you lose out on by teleporting away? I mean, yeah, you could maybe argue a couple of things, but not really. What spells does Anton have prepared? Not sure. I mean, Recitation will help if he can get it off. Etherealness is obviously that's the perfect spell. If we can Etherealness out of the room, come back out on the other side of the door, and then like Lightning Bolt into the room, we'll destroy them all. Like, all we need to do is get out of the room, and then we can just destroy them. Do you ever test the amulet in the ethereal plane? No. All greater mummies were priests in their past lives and now retain the spellcasting abilities they had then. They would cast spells as if they were 16th through 20th level, and will have the same spheres available to them they did in life. Wait, what? Dungeon Masters are advised to select spells for each greater mummy in an adventure before the adventure starts. Does this mean that if we were to cast Wish to resurrect a greater mummy, it would be a level 16 cleric? I think if we can just get out, I can just throw 2 lightning bolts in there, Sam, and then we can kill them. You guys get hit with a level drain, you're pretty much fucked for life? No, not really. I mean, level drain sucks, but what are you gonna do? Damn, well, I hope we don't run into any of these things. I mean, they're not, like, super strong in their base stats. This stuff. The fact it's a level 16 caster is madness. And you, Neil, was going to use the false walls like this? Did you? How did you know, Crumpster? What's the plan right now? Just try and amulet out, I think, or etherealness out. You'll probably need Necklace of Memory Enhancement to use Praying Eyes Reading. I do like the idea. Probably, the thing is, it just won't work with 14 ents. Like, maybe if you were like a 19 ent god, do it. You could at least, like, you know, do more. Maybe able to do a handful. Whereas it means memory loss has no effect on spell memorization. I can recall with absolute clarity or sight any conversation he experienced or any book he read within the previous 7 days. Yeah, that's cool. Neil should give me this. Like, this isn't an overpowered item. But it is cool. And it's wizardy. If Moot gets level drain right before hitting level 9, oh, holy shit, it'll freak out. Yeah, we did find skeletons making walls, but... I mean, that's a bit of a stretch to say that we'd expect there to be fake walls everywhere. Teleport a bunch of holy water in. Ah, yeah, fill the bag of holding with holy water, then teleport into the room and, like, let it all blast out. Does level drain lose you an entire level? Yeah, it loses you an entire level, and I think you go halfway. Like, halfway back to your previous level. How do I feel about the wizard items being sold? I feel annoyed, Bradley, to be honest. It's just feels like bullshit. It feels like I'm being singled out sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we need to do it anyway. I think we can get out of the room. Lightning bolts should... 2 lightning bolts. That's going to clear out most of them. Neil's doing some wacky DMing. Yeah, he is. He is for sure. Some wacky DMing go. It's the overbears you're worried about? I mean, not really. I'm worried about just being surrounded to the point where you can't effectively swing a sword. You certainly can't use a spear. Can't use a bow. Can't cast many magic items. You're having, like, the wind crushed out of you by the throng of undead that are crushing against you. Like, you're gonna have to start making con checks because you can't breathe. And you're just gonna instantly die soon. Like, that's what I'm worried about. Definitely singles you out, but to be fair, the other two are almost impossible to hit. I don't even mean about in combat. I mean, like, the items that are good for me. I've just got nothing. Like, I've got good items, but they're all... they're all, like, fighter items. The items that I've got, apart from the robes. The robes is the only thing. Like, if you look at my gear... Okay, yeah, I've got some wands, some rings. Fine, sorry. But the robes have deep pockets. Yeah, okay, that's good. Ring of Protection, AC, free action, cool. Magic sword, movement speed sandals. Like, if Rohanna's sandals were like, you can make a half move and still cast a spell. Now, holy shit, now that's a powerful wizard item. Flaming arrows, ethereal quiver, braces of archery, cloak of protection, magical bow, dagger +1, gauntlets of dexterity. Like, it's all fighting stuff. None of it is wizard stuff. Why didn't Justina know Imric's name? Yeah, I don't know. Is that even Justina? I'm not sure what's going on. Like, is that Justina? Is she possessing the spirit? Is it metagaming to look at Neil's Necromancer spell list? How did the walls instantly become weaker when you walk into the room? Because if magic did it, then you would have protected. And if the walls are made to weaken, that would be a trap. Well, I didn't cast Detect Magic, so... The best item you got was the robe, which was designed by Ryan, not Neil. That's true, Sangaro, yeah. You're right, actually. If Neil had designed the robe, it'd probably just be like... just the deep pockets. It would be nothing else. I would say the only one good item is the robes, yeah. It feels like the bow's disappointing because Koivu will never let you shoot down a dragon with it. And any other fight, I'm instantly, like, meleeed, so I can't use the bow. Like, I don't think I've had a single round where I've had 3 attacks since I got bow specialization. Your items are great, but don't compare to the +5 sword, the stunning spear, and the stat items, the AC. Yeah, I know. Yeah, cycling. And it also, like, the Wand of Magic Missile early on the campaign was annoying too, because it was like, okay, now this is the only thing I do. This is, like, a good enough item that it's just, this is all I do now. Until I get to a certain point. Try to research Necromancer abilities in-game. Well, yeah, that's if it's still ongoing after this encounter. It's 100% Justina because she reacted when Anton said her name. Yeah, but it could just be one of her minions. She was probably using your mother's messages to flesh out the ghost knowledge, yeah. How did the hammer not detect the trap inside? I don't know, maybe it doesn't technically count as a trap. Neil made the robes, you'd need 19 ent to use them. Yeah. I reckon the Necromancer was there, but in the ethereal plane. She had to be nearby in order to control the zombie priest. Yeah, I think so. +1 bows are so rare. I mean, who would use a bow? A magical bow? Yeah, nobody. I can't think of anyone who would want that. There's like, we've got like 40 magical swords, but not found a single magical bow. It also feels bad they got good stat boosting items, but I've still got the same stats. Well, no, I've got +2 dexterity. How did the hammer not detect all the evil in the walls? It can detect evil and good within 10 feet. Maybe you can finally get some good wizard stuff by trading the robes with scintillating colours on the airship. I think that's probably my best choice. That and trading with William, if we get a chance to meet him. By the way, any weapon you use has 3 attacks per 2 rounds now. That's true, even with my sword, yeah. I think he set you up to trade with William by pushing so hard for the remarriage. I mean, maybe. It's a weird way to push it, but... I'd love to see a 15-minute negotiation between Imric and William. Yeah, well, you never know. You never know. You might see it one day. If the collapsing walls and ceiling don't count as traps, you should lawyer that falling piece of ceiling don't deal damage. Oh, come on. That's just petty. That's just petty. Would the hammer miss traps if it was focused on it? I don't know. I mean, it's just conjecture about the hammer. Like, Neil didn't want to give the trap away. That's it. There's no point, like, bitching and moaning about it. I mean... It can be justified from Neil's point of view, I think, that it's not a trap, so... Like... You know? What are you gonna do about it?
Yes, the power is mine!
Oh,
Yet you still get my Amazon money.
Well, thanks, Light. Thank you, bud. Currently on a 1-month streak, how curious. William should demand a way to get his normal legs and age back for the Staff of Power. I think that's already being done by, William. Not William. Richard, sorry. After getting 100,000 XP, do you think you guys got way more than you should have? Yeah, I think we got more XP than we should have. Left a bad taste in my mouth, that. Sometimes you just gotta swallow it. Like, the 50,000 between 3 of us did seem low. Not gonna lie. Especially because you were taking away all of the other XP sources like spells cast and stuff like that. 100,000 is probably too much. Well, no, actually, probably 100,000. 100,000 is probably closer than 50,000 if I was going to do it. I don't like how argument gets rewarded. Yes. Captain John's down again for the 3rd time. I know. I hate having such low HP characters and just getting knocked out of fights. It's just so... The worst thing isn't even sitting out of the session. I don't mind that so much. It's just feeling like you're trying to make your character seem cool, like a bit of a badass leader, and you get knocked out on every fight. It's like, it's kind of hard to maintain the image of like leadership when I'm clearly just a piece of shit who's getting useless and just getting destroyed in every battle. Hot take, I think the RP in TOS is non-existent. It's like watching a dungeon. Yeah, a lot of the time you're not wrong. I was not gonna lie, when they were memeing in chat about queuing on League, I was getting really... I knew they were joking, but I still just don't think it's funny, because it's like... You know, like, clearly like, oh, Nick, you're taking too much time. Like, I was speaking for like 2 minutes. Like, for all the time we spend, just them two fucking shouting at each other, being idiots. I left a bad taste, that. Be honest, if Anton marries your wife, you kill him. I don't think William would kill someone for marrying his wife, because it's kind of expected that she thought we were dead. So, I don't think William would kill him. If Anton was like, bitch, that's my wife, okay, then we might have a problem. Yeah, you're just rushing from mission to mission. Yeah, well, we are. I mean, that is what we're doing. We are rushing from mission to mission. Can William beat Anton? If I can make a spell save, then yeah. Yeah, they started the clients and then pretended to queue for a game, but then cancelled it. It does worry me when Mutant says, I love the gnomes, then in the next scene, after already having said in the past that his mother was his weakness, he says he doesn't give a... Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be... I'm not trying to, like, criticize Mutant. But, I think it was just a bit of a bad moment, that's all. I felt that too, but Kobe was taking a long time to explain things that I don't think either of them cared about. Well, he wasn't explaining things. It was me talking to the dragon, which Destiny told me to do. And to be fair, Destiny was paying attention to that one. Mutant was the one being impatient. And then the mother bringing up the marriage thing. Like, I get it. If you don't want to speak to the NPC about it, that's fine. But, like, Neil's bringing it up in character. The least you can do is, like, play out. Destiny's either on the ball and interested or zoned out and just wants to troll. Yeah, a little bit.
I miss when you guys took multiple episodes to do a quest. The vampire arc will always be my favorite.
Thanks for the $10, Bubbles to Fish. Yeah, the vampire arc was cool. I think... I don't know what it is. I think it's just... I'm not sure if it's the in-game time pressure of like Scoria is coming soon, so we can't waste time. But sometimes it feels just like they just don't want to spend the IRL time not doing. I don't even know what. I'm not gonna. It's not an issue, Karlovic, as it is right now. If it was happening again and again, then I mean, I did say something to Mutin afterwards. I thought Steven in character was trying to escape the situation and talking marriage. Yeah, no, I think it started out like that, but I think Mutin just got a little bit angry and said stuff that kind of didn't make sense. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not even that bit. I wasn't even so annoyed about it. It was more the league baiting and like just the because they were like trolling in the chat, but I feel like it was directed at me as if to like say like shut up and wrap this bit up. We're not interested. Like a bit passive aggressive. Moot's mental's going to be boomed for an entire week, so expecting to be in a bad mood for D&D. Why? What's happened? Steve is tilting him in D&D? What do you mean? Oh, in League. Sure, yeah, but we're days away yet, right? It's only Monday. It's only Monday. It can't be that bad, right? I really appreciate that you approach the game with integrity, not doing the most OP things, being accepting when rulings going against you, but I definitely feel like you don't get the same leniency returned to you from Koibin, because Destiny and Mutant are such power games could be confident to give you an inch without the other two exploiting that for their own gain. There's some truth to that, but when the chips are on the table and it's like a saving throw to not lose your character or something like that, I get the benefit of the doubt there from Neil. William probably should have died like 2 or 3 times over the course of
the power is mine.
And Neil gave me a last chance, and he's told me in person that that's the reason why, because I have integrity about I'm not a bitch about stuff like that. So there is some advantage to it. I think you're doing pretty well at in-character stuff inside. Yeah, it's going better in Tides of Death. I honestly think the difference is in Tombs of Scoria. I think Destiny and Mutant are very headstrong, and Destiny has the leadership role in the party, and Anton has the second leadership role. So there's not much looking for me to give direction, whereas in Tides of Death, the players are a little less confident, and I'm in the leadership role. So I think I have more ability to like guide the style of the game a little bit more that I don't have in Tombs of Scoria. In fact, I was thinking about it in pretty much every campaign that I've played in. I've been in somewhat of a leadership role. I mean, like definitely in Fro Hobo, definitely in Tides of Death. You know, in Hardcore Heroes, there was only 2 of us, so it was kind of like we were both leaders almost. So I think that is part of it. I definitely noticed that it was super tilting to me during the conversation with your mum about marriage when you were staying in character, caring about the conversation while Mutant and Destiny were hard pushing to just not engage. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that whole conversation was kind of annoying, but that's rare though. It's not all the time.